my mom was a Playboy model. My dad was a stripper.
I have not had an STI.
Shut the fuck up. He is a sub.
And I'm not. And so,
Look
and
at
I need to,
subby
I need to,
baby.
I'm getting uncomfortable. Man, why am I tearing up? Man, I've spent my whole life like not wanting to be that kid again, you know, not wanting to be like the small guy. Like I just got picked on a lot, right?
I feel like I might get a little jealous.
Of what?
Of you. Fucking other people. I sound so good right now.
We said you would start.
Oh, sorry. I was like, what are you doing? Hello, Brian. Happy podcast day.
Happy podcast day. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
It's Layla's birthday week, everyone. So she's going to have some surprises this week I don't think she knows about.
Oh my God.
How was your birthday?
It was wonderful. So my husband and I, we went to the Ritz and we had like a beautiful night and we took some mushrooms and watched the sunset and cried. And it was just like absolutely glorious.
Why'd you cry? Like good tears? Like,
Yeah.
look at our life. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It was good. It was like when you're watching the sunset over the ocean. Also, there's a fire in Orange County right now.
Okay.
And so the smoke from the fire with the sunset made it gorgeous.
That's like the horrible part about fires is the sunsets are gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Horrible for the environment, great for your eyes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so sunset on the beach. The parents took the kids?
Yep. Parents took the kids.
That's so fun.
We had like a whole weekend to just relax and it was wonderful.
That's awesome.
What's your necklace?
This is you've seen these before, right? These are the
I know I've seen people wear them at parties, but is it like a weapon?
No, these are okay, so these are the vibrator necklaces that you'll see a lot of women. Hopefully we can zoom in on this so people can see it, but it's called Crave. And it's a vibrator necklace that a lot of women wear at parties, right? And so if I don't know if the mic will pick this up. Let's see. Hopefully it can. It's like buzzing right now on the mic. So, okay, all right. So
Wait, that's so hot. I'm like ovulating today, so
I don't think. Yeah, you bring it to parties. So a lot of people do bring it to parties, but it's always women that wear it, right?
Yeah, I've only seen women wear it.
I've only seen women wear it. So when we go to parties, I wear it. I wear it because no matter who I'm playing with, if you want a vibrator, because you said this once, you played with us, right? And you didn't orgasm. And the reason was what?
I didn't have a vibrator, and that's the only way that I can come.
Exactly. So then if you're the person that comes to me at a party, I want to make sure that I have the tools necessary for you to have the most fun. So then I will wear this at the party instead of my wife.
That is so hot. If I was just like talking and chatting with a guy, like honestly, whether I was super into them or not, if I knew that they had a necklace like that, I automatically feel like, oh, they want to take care of me.
Exactly. That's the signal I'm trying to give out. I'm down to take care of you. I love when women also come over and they have it on because I'm like, okay, she knows what she wants.
Oh, right.
This is going to be a fun time. It'll be easier on me. I don't have to work as hard. So that's that. But when I see people with them out too, I kind of think that they must be open-minded to some extent.
Right.
There's no universal signal for open-mindedness when it comes to sexuality.
Right.
But this might be the closest
do you wear
one.
that? Do you wear that out like in public, not at parties?
I have before. I have a couple times, and I've been hoping that someone will say, hey, like, are you like, I'm hoping that'll turn into this story, and it hasn't happened yet. But other people do wear them. I went on their Instagram and I saw Janet Jackson wearing one. I was like, all right, it's getting out there. Different people. Janet Jackson is a very sexual being though, right? So it makes sense that she would wear it. It wasn't Martha Stewart wearing
Honestly, she would though. Her and Snoop Dogg.
Wearing it. But they made a ring version for guys. And we have a friend who got one. And it's like, it sits on your finger and then you can flip it around so you can kind of get underneath. So the same thing. I don't know this because I don't know the founders of this brand. They must play to some extent in the space because they've made them so that they are mobile and quickly accessible. Right. So yeah, here. Have you tried that before?
No, let me touch it.
All right, I'm going to hand this to you. Of course, I wore the wrong mask for this exercise. Here you go.
Okay, let me see. Okay.
Is that strong enough for you to come?
Yeah, because there's like different modes to it.
There's different modes. Exactly.
Oh my God.
It's great, right?
I'm literally.
It's a lot in a small package, and it looks sleek, and you can wear it like a necklace, right? So look, we're not even sponsored by these people. I don't know why we're talking about it so much. I shouldn't have warned this. Craig, if you see this video, do sponsor the podcast, because we would love our first sponsor. But yeah, so I wear it, and I thought this would be a good weekend to wear it because we're coming off our play break.
Our break is done.
We are both coming off our play breaks.
We're ready to fuck. I am so excited. Wait, when did you guys come off of your break, and how long did it last?
Well, we haven't really come off of it yet. Okay, so just to be fair, we didn't take a full break. We took a break from play parties.
Right.
We've had some play experiences for sure at our house with a couple of people, or just like solo things.
Right.
But we were taking a break from play parties. It's been like a month and a half.
Okay.
You?
It's been since that party in Palm Springs, which has been like 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay.
So I am excited. I am horny. Like I said, I'm ovulating, which is when I'm the horniest. Like I'm going to soak their chair here. I'm so sorry. But like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
You're coming in hot.
I'm coming in hot. Because honestly, 75% of the time that I'm going to parties, I'm not horny, but like I'll still play because it's fun. And I like playing with my friends and new people, and it's fun, but I'm not like, I need dick and vaginas in my face. And that's how I feel today. So
that's how you feel today?
Yes. So excited.
I'm not gonna lie, I woke up so horny. I was like, I cannot go record with Layla this horny.
I know, and then we're hanging out after. We're hanging out after because I'm going to the Hump Film Festival because I'm being featured in a film there, which I'm super excited about. And yeah, we're gonna have like hours.
Wait, what's your film about that you're being featured in?
Yeah, so it's so for the Hump Film Festival, you take like longer videos, they condense it down to 5 minutes. I worked with a genius filmmaker. He's been, he has stuff streaming on all platforms, won 1 billion awards. He's genius. But so it was like a heat. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a heat camera that picks up the infrared camera, like
they use in the military to see people from. Okay, all right.
I'm like eating the mic. Yeah, so it's kind of like a red and yellow film, and it's me, another girl, and then another guy. So 2 guys, 3 girls, and it's in a haunted hotel.
Wait, what are you talking? When did you do this? Wait, what? Hold on. What the hell's going on, dude?
We've never talked about this.
No, wait. Mm-mm. You're in a movie? First of all, you're in the movie. This is LA. All right, we live in LA.
Right. Everyone's in a movie.
Crazy.
But.
Okay, so.
I'm actually in 2 films for the Hump Film Festival.
As you're explaining this, it sounds like Scooby-Doo to me.
Yeah.
Is it like Scooby-Doo vibes? Are you ghost hunting or something?
No, it's because it's all in the infrared. It's only 5 minutes, remember? So we are, in the beginning, we're like, you see the Ouija board, and you see us kind of all getting undressed, and then we're all having sex and doing cool things, but we're using the heat to our advantage. So we're playing with ice. So we're like putting ice on our bodies, and it changes it to like a blue color or like a white color. And then, we have candle wax that we're pouring on each other, which like hurt, but was so good. And so, yeah, it like changes color. And then at the very end, they all come on my face, and the cum is like, it was like blue or white or something. And you can see it coming.
Wait, are you all naked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. We're all naked.
Okay. So you made a soft porn. Mm-hmm. All right, got it. Just say that. All right, so that's what it is.
Well, have you never heard of the Hump Film Festival?
I have no idea what this is. No.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's like indie porno films.
Got it. Okay, so you made a softcore porno.
I know.
That is not in the show notes, people. You're throwing me off. Okay. So wait. When did you film this?
Probably like 8 months ago.
Okay. So it doesn't this wasn't when you were taking a break.
No, but
I was gonna call you a liar.
No. But he got picked up from Hump, and he's actually won the whole festival or something like a year ago, and so he's like a big deal.
Okay.
So I was so honored that he reached out to me to do this, and it was really hot.
Can I see the film?
Absolutely.
Can you DM it to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's password protected, but I can show you when we go over to your house.
We can't put it in the show notes then. People can't see it.
I can ask. I'll ask him.
Okay, people, we've thought about for post content having an OnlyFans because there's stuff that happens here that obviously can't go on YouTube, and we're barely staying on Instagram as it is with the stuff we're talking about. So we've thought about having, this is a perfect example of something that could go on the OnlyFans that can't be on YouTube.
Right. We have
okay.
a couple stuff that we're actually filming that we are going to put on either Patreon or OnlyFans, whichever one we pick. It'll be in the show notes, but that's 100% happening.
Okay, so that's happening tonight.
Yes.
Has Cody seen it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the filmmaker and his wife came over to our house and we had like a whole little viewing party. And so,
Is Cody in it?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
There's a lot to digest here.
Why didn't you just say that when I was like,
Sorry,
has he
I don't
seen
know.
it? He's in it.
He's in it.
Okay, so you and your husband made a softcore porno.
Yes.
That is premiering tonight.
Yes.
That's a huge deal, Layla.
I guess so, yeah. It's gonna, we're like walking the red carpet and doing the whole thing.
That's amazing. Without the mask, of course.
Without the mask. Or maybe I'll wear it. Maybe that'll be fun.
For them to recognize you.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? So we went to a film showing a couple weeks ago, and someone who watches the show was standing face to face with me, and he was just kind of talking about it. He's like, yeah, and because remember we had the producers of the movie on the show.
Right.
He was like, I watched this podcast about it, blah, 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 blah. He's talking to me for 5 minutes. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, have you seen that podcast? It's like, I made it. He had no idea.
That's hilarious.
Look, the mask is all right. It's not that great.
I know.
Was like, I think he was drunk. I don't know. Who knows? But he was a little out of it. But
that's so funny.
All right, we're way off topic. We're talking about taking a break.
Yes.
Taking a break. So what did you learn from the break that you took?
Well, I think just working on my mental health, like I'm on some new medications. I did some brain scans at the Amen Clinic. Have you ever heard of the Amen Clinic?
I have not.
Okay, so Dr. Daniel Amen, he's super famous. He does TED Talks. He's all over socials. He's brilliant. So we did brain scans on me, and we found out in the brain scans that my SSRIs I've been taking since I was 16, ineffective. It like my frontal lobe or whatever, like it doesn't reach it. So they're like, oh, you need mood stabilizers.
They put you on mood stabilizer?
Yeah.
I knew it. I called it. I called it.
He did.
I called it. I said a very mild one. Very mild one. Because you had been trying everything else.
Right.
Okay, I'm not a genius. I just said what my wife told me to say.
The doctor.
Yeah. She said
didn't
there might be a mood
wasn't your
stabilizer.
guess bipolar? I think you guessed bipolar.
Her guess was I would never guess someone's bipolar because I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
qualified.
care. I don't care what people, because I'm like, I know that I have mental health issues that I always have, but they looked at my brain and they went, there's the depression. This is what's wild. In the middle of my brain, in resting and in concentrated, was bright white. And they were like, oh my God, your fight or flight is active 24/7. Even more so in resting. I was like, what? That makes sense. So, because I'm always like this. Oh, what's over there? Like
You are like that at all times. Which is why people thought it was ADHD.
Well, I also do have ADD.
Oh, so you have both.
Oh, yeah. I have ADD.
Thank you, Lord.
PTSD.
Okay.
Depression. Yeah.
But since you've got on the mood stabilizer, do you feel better?
Well, it's only been 2 weeks. So it takes like 2 to 4 weeks to feel the effect. I think I feel better, but it could all just be in my head. I've also been working out, which I know you're super proud of me.
I'm proud of you.
So I've been working out, eating healthier, taking vitamins, like no drugs, I haven't drank in 13 years, but like, I'm just taking care of my body. And yeah, I feel a lot better. I feel clearer. They said, did you know there's 7 different types of ADD?
No, I know nothing about ADD.
I don't either. And they said I have type 3, which is like a whole thing.
Okay, what is type 1?
I don't know.
Ask
me what type 2 is.
They didn't present a scale and say, you show up at the doctor, they're like, on a scale of 1 to 10, and like the 1 is a happy face, and the 10 is like someone, like the head's cracked, right? They didn't give you a diagram?
No.
Okay.
They're like, you have type 3. This is what, and they told me what it means, but again, I have ADD, so I was like, you know what I mean? So
That's why I think they would have a diagram. Like for people with ADD, give them a sign.
I mean, yeah.
All right, but so last time you went to a party, it was I wouldn't say it was a disaster, but it was.
I was a disaster. It wasn't a disaster. I was a disaster. So since then, we had a conversation. We sat down and we created a guideline of how we're going to move forward during our break, right?
Okay.
So we weren't going on dates with anybody. We weren't playing with anybody. We are not going to any parties. Like when we take a break, it was off. Everything
Right.
was off the table. And we both felt really comfortable with that. Like, I don't think we were itching too much to get back in. You know, my husband and I, we went back to couples therapy, which we've been doing on and off for our whole relationship, but we started seeing a polyamorous therapist. He's like an MD. He's like genius. And so we've been seeing him. He's been helping us, you know, write down our list of boundaries and agreements during our break and also what they look like moving forward. So we talked to him about the party we're going to tomorrow that you're going to with us. And he just helped us be like, okay, like what do you guys want to fulfill during that party? And I was like, well, I want to fuck my friend Brian. And Cody was like, yeah, that sounds great. And then I also want to find a girl or a guy, someone new, and I want to wingman them to join me and Cody in something.
So you want to go be the hunter?
Yes, which I never really am. So I'm going to be the hunter. And Cody and I, we've never really played together at parties. I honestly can't think of one time, not one time. You know, we go to a party, kiss goodbye, high five in the hall, like that's it.
Okay, so you told Cody what you wanted. Mm-hmm. So you specifically said you wanted to fuck me at the party?
Yeah.
Not separately, but with you and Cody? Okay, what did Cody say?
He was like, yeah. Like for sure, because I have my best friend who I'm attracted to, and then I have my husband who I'm attracted to. I trust and love both of them. Like, what could be better than that? You know? So yeah, when you sent me the text the other day, and you're like, hey, like we're good to go, because I was like, are you guys still on a break? Can it happen? Can it not happen? And you're like, yeah, talk to the wife. We're good to go. And I was like, Cody, are you still cool? He's like, yep.
Okay. So, and here's where I'll pause because I don't play separately from my wife.
Oh, right.
I don't.
Wait, but she gave you permission for me.
She gave me a pass.
Okay,
it's
why?
your birthday.
Is that what?
It's your birthday week. Honestly, all right, we had a conversation about it. And the way it went was she said, Layla messages you every other week anyway, asking for a pass. Mm-hmm. And when she thought about it, she doesn't have an issue with it. Mm-hmm. It was just... She thought it was stupid in the first place that she kept having an issue with it, so she just let it go.
Oh wow, okay.
So she's not concerned about it at all.
So
I think she finally came around to it.
When you asked her, was she like, I don't know, or was she like, yeah, whatever? Like, how long was the conversation? Like, what did that look like?
My framing up of it was probably like 5 minutes. Her response was like 30 seconds.
You're like, it's her birthday. It's been a long time.
Exactly.
And she's like, what's your question? And she's like, yeah, who cares?
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassingly bad. I felt like I was walking on eggshells because like the minute I say this, I can't take it back. And this is what it feels for guys when we're in this space and we're trying to bring something up. As soon as I put it out there, I can't take it back.
Right.
So I was kind of taking one step forward, half step, one step forward, half step, and finally got around to it.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to the parties this weekend. And I feel comfortable. I feel confident and I feel good going into it.
Awesome.
I think Cody's a little nervous just because he doesn't know what to expect, maybe from me, since my reaction the last time I saw him play with somebody was pretty intense. But I feel so okay in my skin right now that I just can't imagine being in that place.
Okay.
But how...
Can we make an agreement though first?
Okay.
Between us.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You can say no, but if you do go... Brat. You're a brat. If you do end up in that space again, my request would be either go to Cody or to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then let's try not to bring anybody else into it.
Okay, fine. You don't want me to make a scene? Because I brought an air horn. I brought
no way.
I'm
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so don't attack any other girls.
No attacking people.
Fine.
I got you. Not because I'm a control freak.
No, I know.
And I'm trying.
And that's really, that makes me feel really like taken care of, you know? And that's Yeah, I need to get better about expressing when I am uncomfortable in situations, because I've said over and over I suffer in silence. So you giving me permission to come to you if I'm feeling uncomfortable. Maybe Cody's in the middle of something, right? Or me, Cody, and the girl or whatever. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know. And they're finishing up. I come to you and I'm like, can you just sit with me?
Exactly. I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm nervous about the party tomorrow too, because we didn't explain this, but it's a different type of party. Mm-hmm. It's Sophia, who's been on the show before.
Mm-hmm. Sophia Domina.
Sophia Domina, who is a female dom and surrounds herself. She knows a bunch of other female doms. So this is a female dominated BDSM party. Mm-hmm. So I have all sorts of emotions going on about this. And Layla's been trying to convince the world I'm a sub for so long.
She is a sub.
And I'm not. And so,
Look
and
at
I need to,
subby
I need to
baby.
face this crowd tomorrow. What's so funny is my wife can't make it because she has work.
Yeah.
And so I messaged Sophia and I said, hey, should I bring another woman? Because at most parties, if your wife can't make it, they say bring another girl, right? Her response was no. In fact, could you bring another guy?
Oh, they need more guys.
And I got scared. I was like, oh no.
There's going to be a lot of girlies there. That's going to be fun. Okay, what aspect of it makes you nervous? Are you nervous because it's kind of your first time integrating back into parties? Is it the BDSM? Is it mostly females?
You know, it's been a while, and my wife gave me quite the pass. She's like, go do what you want to do, and like I trust you to be responsible with it, which was crazy. I think taking the break was really good for us because we got back to the sorts of fun that we like to have. We felt more connected. I also think part of what was going on was that we just moved to a new place, and when you move, you lose your gym, you lose the restaurants you were going to, you lose your routine, and so even though we might look great compared to the average, our bodies don't feel great versus what we're used to. And going to these parties where you have to take all your clothes off, it can feel like a lot, right? Like you just said you're working out, and that's part of the reason why you're feeling so great. I've been working out, but I don't look what I looked like 2 months ago. And so there's something. Why do you make that face?
Because you're so stupid. You're so
it's
hot.
how I feel.
Show them.
I'm not taking my.
Come on.
No, I'm embarrassed right now.
Oh
this
my
is
God,
bad.
you're so cute.
Look, I have.
Look at that.
Muscles.
Okay,
Look,
come on.
it's how I feel.
I understand.
Because my wife does the same thing. She's like, I feel fat right now. She's in no way fat.
No, she couldn't get fat. If
She's
she
like
wanted
110 pounds.
soaking wet. Yeah.
But it's how you feel.
I know.
And so you're going to take your shirt off in front of 100 people. I think it's going to be 100 people there.
Yeah.
BDSM themed. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. Like, I am going because I want to learn some stuff, though. Like, my goals are if I can learn some things about flogging or some things about rope play that I can take back to do with my wife, then that's worth it. This is part of my pitch. Like, I'm going to the sex party for us.
For you.
Yeah, it's for us.
Right.
Yeah. I'm researching.
It's like school.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't want to get spanked, though. I don't want to.
You're going to get spanked.
Do not, Layla. Okay.
I have
we have like another
plans
agreement.
for
No,
you.
we cannot. Do not put me in that position. Layla, stop it. People look at her. Stop. No.
This is going to be so fun. You're going to get whipped.
We're
tied
moving
up,
on. We're moving on.
Bent over. It's going to be so great. Wait, hold on. So you have a free pass? Like you can have sex with people?
She gave me a pass.
That's crazy. That's so exciting.
The silence in the room is deafening.
No,
right now.
okay, no. I was going to say something, but it's stupid.
What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Oh, you wanted to do something today, didn't you?
Well, yes, that too.
Dirty.
But no, I will.
Dirty.
No, okay. Oh my God. I feel like I might get a little jealous.
Of what?
Of you. Fucking other people. I know, that's next level. This is like next level. No. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
No. I think I felt special that your wife gave you a pass to have sex with me.
Uh-huh.
And now it's like, oh, you have a pass with whoever you want. So that makes me feel a little less special.
Oh, did I just take the wind out of your sails?
No. I mean, it's still going to be a blast. I'm like,
You're the reason I got the pass, Layla. Don't cry, but you're the reason I got this pass.
Yes.
Okay. Now immediately you said, okay, cool. When's the last time you got tested? I was like, okay, the boundary was protected.
Okay, yeah.
You're like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
I can work with
it was
that.
worth a shot. It was worth a shot.
It was.
Always
It was
worth a shot.
But to be honest, and we asked about what about other people there. The thing about it is you've seen me at parties. When I'm by myself, I'm not actually the same person that I am when my wife is there.
Right.
So, I'm not going to go fuck 8 people.
No. You're not going to go crazy. I think getting off of my SSRIs, I'm experiencing jealousy for the first time, and I'm still learning how to navigate that. And I'm getting jealous over like weird things that like I wouldn't expect. Like I think if I was still on my other meds and like I wouldn't have any reaction.
I'm going to make you so jealous. I'm going to find the loudest girl at this party.
Because jealousy still also turns me on. It does turn me on.
I'm gonna rail her. Okay. I'm gonna make sure no matter what room you're in, you hear it. And I'm gonna tell her my kink is hearing my name. So that the whole time you hear.
That's gonna turn me on so much.
I know.
Wait, when you're fucking another girl, let's make eye contact for like 2 seconds.
For 2 seconds.
Yeah. Like if you're fucking someone, you see me walk in, just make eyes at me for 2 seconds.
Guys, the requests are building up.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd be like, oh my God, I love it.
I'll see what I can do, but what I think is going to happen is I'm going to go to this party, I'm going to explore, do some whip stuff, we'll play, and then I'll probably leave.
Cool.
We'll see. Yeah. Unless someone really, we'll see. We'll see. We will debrief it later. But by the way, okay, so we're just talking about using protection.
Yeah.
Now, something that happened and we debated talking about this on the show, but we think it's important because it's something that does happen in the space. We are all consenting adults that are playing in a play space, and occasionally an STI scare happens. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, I don't want people to think that means like someone got HIV and it's spreading like wildfire. Nothing like that.
Right.
It's usually someone was gonorrhea or chlamydia, and then at that point they have to think about, who do I tell?
Right.
And do I say it to the whole group? If I went to a party with 10 people, do I have to tell everyone at the party? Do I just tell the people that I played with? And it's like this weird decision tree, and it's on you in that moment. You just got these results and you have to decide. I'm curious, like Layla, and I really don't know your opinion on this. Mm-hmm. If you ended up with gonorrhea or chlamydia or something like that, how would you approach telling other people that you contracted that?
I would reach out to the people directly that I played with, and I would let them know. I would also let the organizer of the party, like the host, I would let them know so they could reach out to everybody that went to that party that someone contracted something.
And then you'd leave it up to them to tell everybody at the party.
Yeah, because sometimes there's like 100 people. Uh-huh. We do have a lot of group chats, right? And we have like a WhatsApp that has like 100 people in it, right? And that's kind of how it's been. Like, I feel like that's what people have been doing, is like telling hosts, and then those hosts go in their group chats and say, hey, everyone, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. If that person didn't reach out to you directly, then you weren't exposed to them. But then again, like, you can give it to someone else, and then they can give it to someone else all in the same period of time, right? Or do they?
You mean the same night?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Now, look, I am talking to someone from AHF about being on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of questions I have like this, and no one really knows. This is what I hate about some of the group chats is that people hop in and they're giving their medical opinion, and they are not medical professionals. And the medical professionals in the chat won't say anything. They don't say anything.
No.
Because they know better. They can't give blanket information. The reality is you went to a party, something got passed. We don't know where it came from or who passed it to who. We just have to handle it responsibly. But I think where I sit with it sometimes is throwing it in the chat helpful, because not everyone in the chat was even at the event. Neither you and I, we were on a play break, and then we started finding out about this. Mm-hmm. And was that useful information for us?
I think so, because I'm sure there were people that were in that chat that you have played with since that play party, right?
I hate you.
Oh, no.
The plot thickens. Yeah, there were.
Right. So our whole community of friends should know if something is going on. Yeah, I think, and the more transparent people are, and the more that I see people communicating it, the more comfortable it makes me being like, fuck, guys, sorry, got gonorrhea, like, It's so funny, because like the first year that I was in the lifestyle, it was terrifying. Like if something happened at a party or someone contracted something, I was like, my life is over. Like I had all these things. And what's so silly is so many of these STIs are very easily treatable.
Well, they're also so rare. No, like it's rare that the fact that it's like a plane crashing. People talk about it because it never happens, right?
Yeah.
And I think in this situation, it happened, and we felt like geniuses. We're like, hey, look at us. We predicted that. It was like
Yeah.
the stock market fell, and I got out right before the stock market went down. But we felt like we got out of it. But
Yeah.
it rarely happens in the first place.
Right.
Okay, you make a good point. I just don't think if I ended up with it, I personally would send it to 100 people that I don't know.
What would you do? Or what have you done? Because, okay, I've had an STI before. I had gonorrhea of the throat. And this was a couple years ago.
Okay.
And I got a shot in the butt.
Okay.
And I was good.
Yeah.
Easy breezy.
Yes, it is a shot in the butt.
Yes.
So then what are people taking? Okay, that's a whole nother story.
Well, I think gonorrhea of like your genitals is a lot worse. And it's painful. And it's uncomfortable.
See, this is why we're going to have someone from HF
Yeah,
on.
we don't know what the
because
fuck we're
we don't
talking
know,
about.
because I think it's a shot in the butt. But I have not had an STI.
Shut the fuck up. I don't believe you. What?
In
But
the
you've
play
been-
space?
Yes.
Nope.
You've been in the lifestyle for like a decade, right?
0.
Okay, good for you. What? Okay, that's how often do you get tested?
Every month, at least.
That's crazy. Do you test your anus and your throat?
Yeah, because I'm forced to because of these parties, and I hate it. We're going to save this subject for another time,
Okay,
people.
fine.
When HF comes on, we're going to talk about throat and anal testing and whether that's required for everyone, because it's been blanketed on people, and I really don't know why I'm putting sticks in my butt to test. It is the most ridiculous thing. I know no one's in the bathroom with me while I'm at, Kaiser getting this done. But even the fact that I have to ask my Kaiser for an anal swab, I just I hate it.
Well, if I didn't test my throat, we wouldn't have known that I had throat gonorrhea. And then I would have sucked dick, and then they would have gotten dick gonorrhea.
We are going to save it.
Okay, fine.
I'm not going to do it. I'm acting like a doctor right now. We are going to save this for another episode. Okay. Is there anything tomorrow at the BDSM party that you want to try? Anything you want to try that I might be able to support you with, like a fantasy I can help happen for you? And I'm making assumptions here that there will probably be some ropes and some rigs. There's probably going to be what's the cross thing called? It's the
St. Thomas
St.
cross.
Andrew's cross.
Saint someone's cross.
Some saint has a cross and it'll be there, right? There's going to be a bunch of whips and paddles and things like that. Maybe some candles. Anything you want to try?
I think I would like to be tied up to the cross and would like to be whipped or flogged. I think that would be really fun. I have enjoyed ropes in the past, but just with my dom.
Okay.
Because I feel really comfortable with him. And because I have been in a hostage situation before, it's a little scary. So I am interested to try it. As long, and I'll tell them ahead of time, like I have some trauma around this, and like if I would only want to be tied up if there was like easy outs.
Okay.
So I think I'd like to try that.
All right. So being tied up if there's easy outs.
Yes.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm terrified, dude. I think that as I thought about it, I should try something that is subby just to see what it's like.
It's not going to be the same as a one-on-one with a dom. It's not going to be the same. So I don't want, this is like it's not the same. It's not the same, but I would be so proud of you to at least just try. Have you ever been tied up?
No, fuck no, dude. I don't even like this conversation right now.
He's like visibly uncomfortable.
Every time this comes up, I do not like being bound. Like maybe I would get in a cage or, I mean, maybe you can drag me somewhere. I don't know. I really got to think about this. I don't
like on the back of a car, just tie you up and drag you down the street. He'll do that, but he doesn't want to be whipped. But hit him with your car and light him on fire.
I think if there were a couple of women that were just like full on, I think I have a negative reaction to sub.
Yeah, why?
Emotional reaction.
Oh, do you think it questions your masculinity?
I think it might be something like that.
Interesting.
And so there, especially in front of other people, the discomfort in it is really high. And I think sometimes when I do certain things, oh man, I don't even know why I'm like, sometimes when I do certain things, like, and I feel like they're not manly enough, like it gives me a weird, um, man, I'm really struggling talking about this right now.
That's okay.
I like, man, what is happening? I'm like in front of other people. There's a certain amount of like shame or guilt or embarrassment that kind of that's coming up for me emotionally around that right now. Like if I was in a room and some women were dominating me in front of other men, there's a like, what does that say about me, or what would be said about me? Definitely, I'm not gonna lie, that does pop into my head a little bit, because I also don't know if I would like it. Like, I've been pegged before. I don't think I ever would have done that in front of other people while other people were witnessing, because it's a really vulnerable moment. And I think that what I'm maybe what it comes down to is like, as men, I think vulnerability is one of my superpowers as a human. But I have learned in my life that it's not safe to be vulnerable around everyone. And in spite of all the arguments you and I get into about like who are the problem in the dating space, is it men or women, I also recognize that even men don't feel comfortable being vulnerable around other men. And so maybe in a party that's mostly women, that's female led, it'll feel differently. So I'm giving myself the space to have the possibility to do something. But I know that if there were more men in the room, I definitely wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. Is there anything that has happened in your past that has made you think like this? Or where your masculinity was either questioned or tested?
Man, that's so interesting. Man, this turned into a therapy session. I think that I think being really small as a kid, and like always being the smallest kid, like people assumed that, like, I think for a long time they might have thought I was gay, and I wasn't. But I was always like I was 4'10" in high school.
What?
You didn't know this?
No. Because you're like 6'2" now?
I'm 6 feet now. Like
You're 6 foot now.
190. Yeah.
When did you get your height?
I was like, I didn't grow at all in 9th grade. And then like halfway through 10th grade, I started growing. But even when I graduated college, I might have been like 5'8", 5'9".
What?
I didn't grow. I didn't get this big till I was in college. In college, I went from like 135 pounds to like 160. And that was like the first time I really started getting attention from women too. And so I think for me, like being small, being like, I wasn't a sub mentally, but like physically I was like smaller than every other guy. And I hated that feeling. And so I think what it brings me back to is like this emotional place of like, I'm the smallest guy in the room.
That makes sense.
And like, I've spent my whole life, man, why am I tearing up? Man, I've spent my whole life like not wanting to be that kid again, you know, not wanting to be like the small guy that has to fight every day when he goes to school because he gets like, I just got picked on a lot. Right. And so I think, and like so many other bigger guys watched that happen and didn't do anything about it. And I think that's why when I got bigger, like I stand up for other people so quickly. Like when you and I met, the bouncers were giving you shit. And I was like, no, I'm going to fight these bouncers because they're picking on you. You didn't do anything wrong. So I needed that to become part of who I am today. But I think there's something about BDSM and subspace that is almost putting me back into that kid.
That makes total sense, you know? And I didn't know that about you at all.
So when you say I'm a sub, I know it's funny.
Well, now I feel
it like
bad.
triggers all of that. Man, now I'm like tearing up, but like it, and you're not wrong for it. It's, I wouldn't go tomorrow. When Sophia texted us and asked if you were going, I wouldn't have gone by myself. Like the fact that you and Cody are going makes me feel more comfortable going. And I'm glad that you're going to be there so we can play and find some stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I think sometimes like the growth is just walking through the fucking door.
Yeah.
And
How can I best support you tomorrow?
safe word. We're going to pick a safe word for sure.
Okay.
And then I think that, like when we get there, let's just like look around and see what's there. And then we'll kind of decide, hey, like, what do we think would push a boundary tonight that doesn't feel like it would like flash you back,
Yeah.
you know, and like, and us play team on that. I think that would be supportive for me.
Yeah. I mean, cause you went a very long time before you got to where you're at now, height wise, build wise, confidence wise. Like it took you a long time to get there. And I can relate to that in the aspect of I didn't hit puberty until I was 16. So like other girls were hitting puberty 10, 11, 12. I was 16. And I don't know if that's because I was like a vegetarian or like I don't fucking know what it was, but I was really scrawny. Like I was short and I was stick thin, where people are saying, oh, do you have an eating disorder?
Right.
Eat a cheeseburger, you know? And through high school, there were guys that were like, yeah, like you're pretty, but like you have no body. And that's not attractive, you know? And so it's almost like you and I both had this kind of ugly duckling syndrome where we went so much of our lives not being or feeling attractive. And then once we did, it's like, oh, we've also established a personality and we're also funny and we're also, because like we needed other things to stand out, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Kids that went through shit as kids are the best adults.
Yeah.
And now here's the irony of this, because I know like this episode's running over, but before we started the show, one of the producers asked us if we'll ever take our masks off. Mm-hmm. And I think we said, yeah, if we get to 1 million subscribers, we'll take our masks off and we'll reveal ourselves. So that's our promise. If we get to 1 million subscribers on our YouTube channel, we will take our masks off. But the reason why we wear the mask isn't because we're ashamed of the lifestyle that I don't have any shame in the lifestyle that I live. I don't think you do either.
No. Yeah, like things can come up. I don't want to do anything that's going to affect other people around me that I love and care about. But we don't wear these masks because we're ashamed or embarrassed. And it's more of a symbolism, right? In living this lifestyle, people are wearing masks, you know, with the outside world of this secret of this lifestyle because of the judgment, right? And, you know, a lot of our guests feel more comfortable wearing a mask. And if we're wearing masks, they're wearing masks, they feel more comfortable. And so I'm looking forward to the day, if it ever happens, where we hit 1 million subscribers. That's gonna be glorious to reveal ourselves and to be like, look, we're loud and proud. I'm excited for that day.
I am too, because it'll mean we were making a difference for a lot of people.
Right.
But I also hope that would also mean like, hey, the world is at this place where people are feeling less shame around this. They don't feel like it's something they have to do right in the darks of the alleys. Maybe there'll be more daytime play parties. Yeah. Maybe there'll be a club in WeHo that's just where lifestyle or poly or kink people go to, and they feel pride in that. Yeah. And I think that's an awesome world.
My mom was a Playboy model. My dad was a stripper. You know, and like, so I went through school with the kind of
I did not know this. All right.
How do you not know
your mom
this?
was a Playboy model?
Yes.
Time out. All right.
Yes.
Can we bring her on the show then?
She wants to come on, but here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Her and I look and talk exactly the same.
That's okay. I will take two of you. I will take two. You know I have a mom fetish.
And she loves you too.
Your dad's gonna shoot me.
She's definitely interested in coming on and talking more about this, so that can absolutely happen. But yeah, like my parents were kind of promiscuous as I grew up, and when I told them about our lifestyle and they were like, fuck off with that, and didn't talk to us for 2 weeks, I was like, you guys did the same fucking thing, you know? Because in the 90s, when you're doing Playboy and you're a stripper, it's kind of the equivalent of the shock factor of what we do now in 2024.
Oh, for sure. Oh, even worse. Like it was way less accepted back then.
Right.
Like there was no OnlyFans where you can make, $1 million a month.
Right. And so, my mom's picking me up from school with her tight shirts and her nipples out and doing all that. And all the boys were like, oh my God, your mom is so hot. And in high school, boys would say, it was this running joke that these guys would say, how does it feel knowing that your mom is so much hotter than you? And I'm like, I know. I know.
People, I just came up with so many fantasies for this BDSM party tomorrow. I might ask you to be your mom. I might ask you to be your mom for me. All right, we were gonna bring your mom on this show.
I know.
All right, we got to bring your mom on the show. Okay, before we wrap up, so one of the requests we keep getting on the show is we go through all these experiences, but it seems like people, they're like, I want to hear your thoughts going into it, as you're thinking about doing it. We talked about doing this with your gangbang, which you didn't do your gangbang yet. But taking more cameras out so the people can hear our thoughts, our nerves, right? So like the BDSM party is a great example. And we're trying to figure out how to get these sound bites that we can take. Like, let's talk right before you go into the BDSM party,
we'll do
afterwards. And we're working on doing stuff like that for y'all because we know you want it to be more like the real raw emotions as we go through stuff.
Because I know you want to do the laser hair removal. And I know you're so nervous about that. What are you nervous about?
I think it's the same thing. Like I started trimming my leg hair in high school when I ran track. Just for some reason in my mind, I thought I'd run faster if I had like 1/4 ounce less of weight on me. But I've just never been a fan of body hair, right? And now we go to all these play parties, and before every play party, I like have to groom like crazy. And as guys, as we get older, like more and more hair happens, right? So laser is there, and like I've known it was an option. I've been putting it off because I'm like scared of what it's gonna feel like. But yeah, I'm doing a consultation about it, and part of what we talked about documenting was like this whole series of me getting laser. Like I'm not doing my whole body, guys. I'm not taking hair off.
But you're doing your butt, your balls, your groin area.
Yeah.
Are those the only places?
Those are the only places I'm doing. So I'm doing butt, balls, the area between those. What do you call
taint?
that? See, everyone calls that something different.
What do you call it?
You call it the taint?
Yeah.
Some people call
gooch?
it the gooch.
Okay.
It's a horrible word.
Yeah, I don't like gooch.
Yeah, okay. So they call it the undercarriage package or like the Brazilian package. I don't want to trim the front, but like they've come up with branding for this, people that much better than us.
Yeah. When I did it years ago, I didn't feel a thing. I was like, did you guys start?
You did it?
Didn't feel a thing. But also I have red hair and it's thin.
Okay, so that made me hesitate because I don't know how it's going to work on my skin. I mean, on
your hair.
On my hair.
Is your hair black?
You know, that's a great question.
I'll look later. Spread them.
Nice. But we'll record this as a series. And like, I do have a lot of concerns. My concerns are things like, is my skin too dark? But also as like a black male, because my hair is curly, like if I shave, I hit the mic, but if I shave or even if I shave up, I get ingrowns at a higher level.
Yeah, that hurts.
And so it is a lot harder for me to be like clean at one of these parties. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited and I'm nervous, and maybe you'll be there and you'll hold my hand. I don't know.
I love that.
I don't know. To make things worse, the person who's going to do it have I ever talked about my old neighbor who I thought was really hot?
She's doing it?
She's going to do it. And I have a whole thing about pulling it down in front of her. So
because y'all never hooked up.
No. We're going to end it here because I'm already, like, my abs are tight. I'm getting uncomfortable. Okay. So we will do a longer series about this like laser hair removal and what it was like for me and pre and post and whether it's worth it. Okay. You excited for that?
I can't wait.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Let's leave it there. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining today. If you love this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe or follow us on all of our handles, whether that's Instagram or TikTok. And until we see you next time, try something or someone new.
All right, come here.
We're fine, dude. Yeah. Everything's fine.
Come here.